Hi, good morning everyone. Today I'm going to run through with you some of the analysis that I have for this week. Do note that whatever I share is for information only and it's not for intended any trade advice, okay? So please do your own analysis before enter into any trade. So before I begin sharing about the chart analysis, let's take a quick look at the calendar for this week. You can see that Euro, they are having a French and Italian bank holiday. And on this coming Wednesday, there's a Japan bank holiday as well. So aside from all these bank holidays, there are a lot of news this week, especially for USD, where there is non-farm payroll, right? And pound, there's also all these monetary policy reports and all the high impact news. So when we are trading in this currency pair, just beware. Usually, when there is a major news events like this, it is best to stay on the sideline or reduce your trade size to reduce unnecessary risk due to the market volatility, okay, and uncertainty. Alright, so let's move on to the chart. Before I begin with the other currency pairs, let's take a look at dollar index first. I'm just looking through in the weekly chart. You can see that for the past week is pretty much ranging at this portion, right? So we'll zoom in down to a daily chart. You can see that since last week's drop, or rather for the past 2 week drops, there's a very strong support at this demand zone, right? So it had rebounded, but pretty much it's still not very uncertain whether it is going up higher to next resistance or is ranging at this level. So it could potentially be ranging at this level until something happens, right? Then we will know where the market is heading to. Is whether it's going to go up higher, right? Or if it's going to go down. So let's just see if there's any market movements or any clearer directions. Right, and next we'll move on to Aussie dollar. So for Aussie dollar, on the weekly chart, not much info as well, right? Since last week, where I mentioned that it has reached the resistance line, but there's no clear certainty whether if it's going to go up, break above, pull back and go up, or if it's going to continue to come down. So usually before I make any trade, I'll be sure that there is a confirmation before I even enter into any single trade, alright? So if I zoom in down further to daily chart, you can see that it is really pretty much at this level lah. So you can't really tell. There's no clear direction. So what I try to do is that I would see if I can zoom in down further, even further to the 4 hour chart to see if I can find anything. But it pretty very certain that there's no clear sign of direction. But for people who may want to go into more aggressive trade or day trade, right? Or the hourly chart might be something that you want to look into. And you can see that it's pretty much at this range, right? So provided if you reach at this maybe certain levels, or maybe for yeah maybe at this level is a good time for a long, right? And then maybe at this level is a good time for to exit your trades. So just don't hold the trade for too long if you're looking for day trade. It'll be a bit more aggressive and a bit risky because as we see from the higher time frame, we can't see any clear direction. Okay, so let's move on to euro dollar. So euro dollar, you can see from this is a weekly chart, right? So weekly chart, you can see if I remove all the lines, pretty much on a clear downtrend. It's pretty much supported at this level as well. So if I show back the lines, right, I will see that it is actually it rebounded off from the supply zone, right, and then it came down. So far, it could potentially rebound here, right, to this level before it continue its trend to come down. So a good support I would see is will be here at this level, unless it break below. Alright, so it's pretty much ranging. I'm more towards a ranging direction because based on the news events, we can see that there are a lot of news events that's coming up, high impact news. So the market can be very, very uncertain. Okay, so next we'll look at dollar yen. Dollar yen from the weekly chart since last week, right? It is very clear, really there's no direction at all. It's not even clear. So as what I mentioned, this week is a high impact news. So professional traders might just be waiting on the sideline. Okay, so we'll see if it's going to break further, right? And then pull back, or it could potentially be coming down. So we'll just look for a confirmation before we enter into any entry. For those who are more aggressive, who want to trade on daily basis, probably this range is a potentially good range for you to trade within. But don't note, please manage your risk well, because on a higher time frame we see that there's no clear direction. There's no direction where you can ride on, but pretty sure that in the hour 4 chart, you can see based on the support and resistance, these are the levels that you can trade within. Okay, and exit within a single day. So don't hold your trade for too long if you are going to a shorter time frame of chart analysis. All right, and let's move on to gold. To go a bit more a bit messier because I've been trading very short term as well. So I'm just going to remove my lines, and you can see that it's pretty much also uncertain, right? So I'm just going to bring in my analysis here. You know that in the weekly chart is pretty much on the downtrend, right? And then if I go to draw a line here, right, there is pretty much of a triangle. Maybe it could be ranging between, right? So if I go to zoom down to a daily chart, you can see that for the past week, right? Because this is a daily, so 1 day 1 candle. There's pretty much there's no clear sign of direction as well. So we'll zoom into the 4-hour chart. Can see that it's pretty much ranging between this level at 1807 and 1780. So if I want to zoom in down further, for those who are probably may want to look for a day trade or more aggressive trade, right? You can see that this would be the supply zone, and if I'm going to look into here, right, it's pretty much another supply zone here for a very short term trades. So last night it actually had rebounded here, right, and then it could potentially fall further to 1788, or maybe perhaps 1790. All right, so let's see how it goes. It could potentially be coming down this week as well. I would see. Okay, let's take a look at oil. Okay, oil is a bit messy as well because I've been doing very short term. But okay, looking at long term, right, we all know that it's very bullish, right? If I remove my my lines, right, you can see that following the EMA 50 and 20, right, you know that it's very bullish momentum until for the past 1 to 2 weeks, right, it has been resisted at this level 84.5. So it's pretty much ranging at this level, and because of a lot of market news events this week, there may be very clear uncertainty as well, so maybe a potential range that you can trade within. Okay, but let's zoom in, right, for those who want to go in a bit more aggressive trades, day trades, right? You can see that there is a very potential supply zone at this level, so a very resistance at this level, and then it went down, right, to this support level of 83.7. So let's see if it could potentially be breaking below or even go up further to this level again, right? So if I'm going to zoom in down, since I'm looking at the daily chart, 1 hour chart, right, then we'll want to see if it's going to break above this level before it even follow the trend to go up further, or it could potentially be coming down. Okay, so there's no clear direction, but we know that in the long run it's going to be very bullish. Alright, let's go and look at the index. The last two index that I'll be usually going through would be S&P 500. S&P 500, you can see that it's fluing all-time high. It went past our previous level as well, right? So, because of all the bullish in the market and sentiment. So you can see all these don't make sense anymore. Because it's been really going at all-time high. So this is the time I will very careful about my trades, right? So zooming down to the hour 4 chart, based on last week I would expect a pullback. So it actually pulled back to here before it even went up. So yeah, if I'm going to draw a line of resistance, this might potentially be a resistance in a short term. Okay, it's probably going to run up between these levels until maybe until a news events come in, right? So we'll see. You can't find any clear direction. So the best, right, sometimes I will actually take a look at the hour chart to see if I can ride on any trend. So a good trend would be in SMA 200 or EMA 50, right, for a very short term day trade. Okay, next we'll look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq are very similar to S&P 500 as well. It went past to the previous high. It break above the resistance level. So zooming down to a 4-hour chart, you can see that right, all these don't make sense already. So we have to observe to see. Right, so if I were to see, it's probably going to be similar to S&P 500. It's going to be within this range. So so if I want to look for a day trade, right, very similar to S&P 500, EMA 50, 55 could be one, and SMA 200. So these two levels are for very short-term trades, day trades. Yeah. So alright, that's all I have to share with you guys for today. If you find this useful, do subscribe to my channel and click on the like button. Alright, and I'll see you in my trade analysis next week. See ya!